back to another trip report. Today we'll be flying from Saint Martin Grand Cause to Guadeloupe, Pointe-à-Pitre. Right now I'm in the taxi from Saint Martin SXM Princess Juliana, and the drive over to Grand Cause is about 30 to 40 minutes and costs $35 US. In the terminal at Grand Cause, it's quite small, as you can see. There's one restaurant that sells pretty basic, just snacks and drinks, and before check-in everyone kind of waits around in the same area before security and immigration. So when check-in opens, it's a rush to get to the check-in area. Everyone trying to check their bags because the cabin space for baggage is pretty limited. And I've chosen seat 9F for today's flight to Pointe-à-Pitre. Here's a view of the airside once I've made it past immigration, and it's a nice view, but the waiting area is pretty small. Here's our aircraft. It is a 5-year-old ATR72 600 registered FOSIT, and it has just arrived from Pointe-à-Pitre after flying from Fort-de-France. So this flight that I'm taking today is technically just a stopover on their Saint Martin to Fort-de-France flight. So boarding now from the rear door of the ATR72. Our flight today is pretty empty actually. And on the right here is my seat, 9F, for the 30-minute flight. Has a good engine view. Legroom, as you can see there, we'll get into that later, but the seat's not very spacious. I'm 6'1", so it's a tight squeeze. There's a tray table that folds out, very small. There's no service on this flight.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome on board on this ATR72 600 departing for Guadeloupe.
To inflate, you can do so by blowing into the tubes located on either shoulder. Il est également équipé d'un sifflet et d'une lampe. Your life jacket is also equipped with a whistle and a light.
So one of the interesting things with Saint Martin Grand Cause Airport is that the ATR72 is required to reverse thrust to the back of the runway in order to maximize the takeoff distance for the aircraft. So you'll see that here. And there's the line on the runway marking where the nose wheel should rest before takeoff. It is a full power takeoff out of Saint Martin Grand Cause. Now departed Saint Martin. If you're enjoying the video, please consider subscribing to help us reach 5,000 subscribers. Now here's the service on the flight that they offer. Flight attendant just walks around with a bottle of water and pours it out if you'd like. It was a nice gesture. It was very hot inside the aircraft. As far as legroom goes, you can see it's very, very minimal. But luckily you can sort of put your feet out under the seat in front of you, and it helps a little bit. But yeah, for a 40-minute flight, we don't need much. And now we're on approach to runway 12 at Pointe-à-Pitre at Guadeloupe Airport. So overall, the cost of this flight, it was fairly expensive considering, just how long the flight is. It's only about 40 minutes, and I paid over 400 euros for this flight. It is the only way to get from Saint Martin to Guadeloupe by aircraft, so considering that, it's less problematic, but still, for the price, the service provided on board was pretty minimal. I would have liked to see at least, a snack or some type of beverage other than just water. So if you've enjoyed this video and the new voiceover format for my trip reports, I will hope you leave a like and maybe subscribe. Help us reach 5,000 subscribers. There are many more trip reports on the way. Stay tuned, and thank you for watching.